It all started on July 17, 1955, with the opening of Disneyland in Anaheim, California. With the success of the park and the Disney Company, Walter Elias Disney decided to expand on his dream to the East Coast. However, to build a park, he needed space. Walt flew to Central Florida in search of the perfect location. The Walt Disney Company began buying chunks of land under different pseudonyms, such as Minnie Mouse and W.E.D. Enterprises. On November 15, 1965, Walt Disney announced his idea for a bigger and better Disneyland. Walt's dream was to use the unoccupied land of Central Florida to create a bigger Disneyland and include different prototypes he'd been dreaming of, including his idea for the experimental prototype community Up Tomorrow, better known today as Epcot. With the park announced, construction began and the world was preparing for the opening of Walt Disney World. However, on December 15, 1966, Walt Disney passed away from lung cancer. With his death, the company felt a great sadness and loss, yet his brother Roy decided to carry on his legacy and continued the building of the park. A significant contributor to the ideas for rides and shows in the Magic Kingdom came from the 1964 World's Fair. With the help of sponsors such as General Electric, Pepsi, UNICEF, Ford Motor Company, and the state of Illinois, Walt Disney was able to create some of the most iconic rides we know today. The Carousel of Progress, sponsored by General Electric, elaborated on the idea of progress and a great big beautiful tomorrow. It's a Small World was sponsored by Pepsi and UNICEF and was created by Walt Disney and Mary Blair to show the connection between countries and the significance of having different cultures. Other rides that came from the World's Fair include the People Mover, the Hall of Presidents, and Pirates of the Caribbean. The fair itself was an introduction to complex animatronics that are used in most rides today. Walt Disney World was opened on October 1, 1971. The park opened surrounded by the Contemporary Resort, the Polynesian Resort, and Fort Wilderness, 3 hotels that circled the Seven Seas Lagoon along with the Magic Kingdom. The creation of the park was based off of the man-made Seven Seas Lagoon. The park was created over a tunnel system called a utilidor, which allows for easier travel for workers, known in Disney as cast members. The dirt from the lagoon was dug out and placed on top of the utilidors, where they started building the kingdom. There are 6 lands that serve as the gateway to the Magic Kingdom: Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Tomorrowland, and Fantasyland. Throughout history, Walt Disney World has opened other parks on property, including Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and 2 water parks named Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. I had the opportunity to work for the Walt Disney Company in February of 2015. My time with the company was the most rewarding experience I've ever had. Being able to work in a place with the sole goal is to create happiness for others is a rewarding and heartwarming experience. While at Disney, I worked at the Magic Kingdom at the Crystal Palace. Working in the Magic Kingdom gave me an opportunity to learn more about the history and technical properties of the park. While the park itself creates a magical feeling, there are intricate details down to each stone placed in the ground that holds a significant detail. When walking down Main Street USA, the lamppost changed from gas to electric to show the travel through time to the early 1900s. Each window on Main Street holds the name of a person or a business that played an important part in the creation of the park. The window of Roy Disney overlooks the Roy and Minnie statue by the train station, and the window of Walt Disney overlooks Cinderella's castle and the partner statue. Each land in the parks has many special details to keep the story and the experience alive. The Crystal Palace, where I worked, is a place between Main Street and Adventureland, which you can tell from on the front of the building. On the Main Street side of the building, there's a Victorian porch and it's very clean cut and perfect. However, on the opposite side next to Adventureland, the wall is overgrown with trees and plants to show the transitions throughout the park. Each part of the park has intricate details that are important to the story that it tells, all the way down to the cast members and the clothing that they wear. Walt Disney World is a place for families to go and have fun and find excitement, all while experiencing the magic of being a kid again. Having the opportunity to work there was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I'll be forever grateful for. While there, I had the chance to make memories for many people, including families, children, newlyweds, and Make-A-Wish kids. The magic of Disney is not something that can be put into a box. It's created by the heart of the cast members, the details of the parks, and the love of the guest. But from the words of Walt Disney himself, we must remember one thing: it was all started by a mouse.